Hello again, fourth graders, and welcome to our Writer's Workshop for Unit 3. Today we begin Session 1 called Getting the Sense of Informational Books. This is a part of our third unit, which is called Bringing History to Life. American poet Lucille Clifton's advice is that we cannot create what we cannot imagine. Nurture your image of what's possible. Fourth graders, today we start a unit on writing historical information books. We're going to write a book during each of the first two bends of this unit. It will help if you start the unit by imagining the sort of thing you're going to write. To start imagining the book you will write, you need to have your topic in mind. Now we'll be writing out of the unit that we've been working on and discussed called the Revolutionary War. Now we touched on the Revolutionary War a bit in our social studies unit. Fourth graders, you will be doing research on your particular topic using EPIC, the books from EPIC, and that'll be online. Make your final choice in the next few minutes so that you can get started writing that book. Now choosing a topic is easy to do. Your topic really chooses you. Your topic is the thing you know about and the thing you can tell others about. It interests you enough that you want to learn more about it. In your writing, you're going to make history come alive, so your topic might be a person, or maybe a group of people, and an event combined. For example, George Washington and the troops' experience at Valley Forge, Paul Revere and his historic ride, or perhaps simply the Boston Massacre. Here you see a wide range of possible topics on the Revolutionary War. Some of these I just mentioned. Some of these are new. The Boston Tea Party, for example. Betsy Ross and the First Flag. Thomas Jefferson and the Declaration of Independence. The delegates in the Continental Congress. The surrender at Yorktown, or the battles of Lexington and Concord, along with some of the previous ones I mentioned, such as the Boston Massacre, George Washington, or Paul Revere and his famous Midnight Ride. You're going to need to choose one of these. If you're still not sure which topic to pick, maybe you're stuck between 2 or 3 topics, well, think about what you know and what you could learn quickly. Like if there's a book you like on the topic and you're thinking you could maybe look at it again on EPIC, that would make for a good topic. You want to choose something that interests you. The key part today is picking that topic. Writers, like creators, imagine the text they're going to make before they get started. They imagine the parts and the whole, and they think about the work they're going to need to do to write each of those parts. This helps them get started. In other words, it gives them a plan for the project. Writers use examples of the sort of thing they're going to make. It helps them to have an image for what they will do and for what they won't do. Naomi, a 4th grade imaginary student, was trying to bring the Revolutionary War to life for kids who don't know anything about the important part of American history. A lot of grown-ups thought her writing was pretty good for a 4th grade student. So you can use her writing as a goal, almost, and aim for your first book to be something like this. Then you can use what you learned while making your first book to make your second book even better. It's important to ask, how did the writer go about making that? So we provided you figure 1-1, which is Naomi's book, or Naomi's writing, if you will. We have that as an additional sheet that you should look up here in Lesson 1. Make sure you read her example over. Now, when studying each part of a mentor information text, it helps to ask things like, what do I notice about this part? Or what kind of writing is it? How is this part organized? You might remember us talking about text structure over the last few weeks and months. And what would I need to do to be ready to write something like this on my topic? The book is called The Continental Army and the Battles of Lexington and Concord, and Chapter 1 is titled The Revolutionary War. Make sure that you read carefully Chapter 1 and think about what kind of writing it is and why would the writer start with such a broad topic. Now, of course, the screen shows it sideways. We have this special copied for you as Figure 1. This is Naomi's writing, so please make sure you take a moment to either pause the video and refer to it now, or you can continue to listen to my description of our first session and then read over Naomi's letter. So again, you don't have to feel you have to read this sideways. You have Figure 1-1 as a separate copy that you should be referring to outside of this particular session. When you look it over, it does say that Naomi is telling about the whole Revolutionary War to introduce us to the broader context of her topic. What she's doing is giving an overview of the bigger picture so that we can understand the one small part of it that she'll discuss more in detail. She gives us the overall view in order to give us an idea of the sense of the small part she will be describing. Naomi's first section of her book is an all-about section, a bit like the information books you wrote last year. Only instead of chapters, she has or uses subheadings within her section. Now you'll get a chance to spend time later in our workshop, maybe this evening, maybe even sometime tomorrow, gathering notes and preparing to do similar work like Naomi. You will not be writing your books until tomorrow. Today you're going to be getting ready for writing this kind of informational writing in general and getting ready for writing Chapter 1. As you study each chapter, set up your notebooks so that you have a place to begin collecting notes for your version of that chapter. You're going to want to divide your reading notebook, your reading journal, into sections, one for each chapter that you plan to have. You probably, this is good advice, would want to leave 4 to 5 pages for each section. So that's important as you set up your notebook. Here are some possible sections of an informational book. You can see that, for example, you need to think about the topic and about parts of the topic you'll write about. Think about how your writing might go. Plan a way to take notes and jot ideas down. Take those notes fitting what you learn in your plan. Begin to plan for teaching others what you're going to be giving advice to from what you've learned to others. And then finally, draft your writing. Work on taking notes. You've already thought about your topic and how your writing might go. That's what you're thinking about here today. And if you haven't already, you'll want to divide your notebook into sections so that you have planning pages for each of the chapters that you will write. You will need a planning page for the chapter you will write tomorrow. Make sure you read or even reread some books that you've either read earlier or are just beginning to read using EPIC about the Revolutionary War to help you. Now, researchers often work in teams, helping each other compile knowledge. You're each going to be writing your own book, but it is important that we help each other. That's where you'll need to rely on others the best you can. If you're working at home virtually, if you have parents or brothers or sisters that can help you, great. Otherwise, like I said, you're using EPIC books that you can research and do the best that you can. Also, don't be afraid to consult the teacher on this one. Tomorrow it will be time to look over your notes, plan, and start drafting the first section, the one that is all about the Revolutionary War of your book. So tonight, or today if you will, make sure you read or reread whatever you can get your hands on about the American Revolution. You can watch videos, talk to a family member about the topic. Again, use books from EPIC about your specific topic. You'll need to take some notes, bring them to tomorrow's writing workshop. And then tomorrow you'll have a short time to plan out how your first section, called All About the Revolutionary War, will go, and then you'll begin writing it. So fourth graders, we're going to send you off doing that today. Your writing assignment for today and tonight is to read as much as you can about your topic about the American Revolution. If you want to get more of a general view, make sure you either watch videos or read about the American Revolution. But if you feel you're ready and you've decided on one of your subtopics, jump right in by taking a couple of notes on your first page about your subtopic. That's what you're going to be working on today. Also, if you haven't yet, don't forget to read over Naomi's full example that we have as a copy here in Figure 1-1. All right, good luck, fourth graders. We look forward to this great unit here. It's exciting. You get to learn a lot of new things and share with others what you've learned about your topic as a subtopic in the American Revolution. All right, let's get started.